Adam's Insights Season 2 deepens. In 2025, Natomis journeys to 1353 BCE's Sun Temple, guided by Akhenaten and the White Owl, to master the art of silence. Listen with The Art of Silence. Library of Congress, Washington, D.C., mid-May 2025, 4:13 p.m. In the secluded archive room of the Library of Congress, Natomis cradles the smooth black stone tablet, its faint blue glow pulsing with warmth. The golden shield, the key to protecting the weak from Ramesses II, fades slowly, leaving a sense of duty in his chest, as if the spirits of those he defended have planted light in his heart. The white owl, his ancient guide, stands on the polished wooden table's edge, her pure feathers shimmering under the brass lamp's dim light. Her golden eyes gleam like portals to cosmic secrets. From afar, a soft horse's neigh whispers, as if the spirit of chivalry calls gently through time, mingled with the scent of old paper and a hint of hot desert sand. "You protected the weak," the owl says, her voice flowing like temple hymns carried on a breeze, calm, yet carrying hidden wisdom. "But a true knight knows when to be silent and listen. Listening is the key to wisdom, and your guide today will teach you that silence is stronger than words. Are you ready for the trial of the art of silence?" "Listening?" Natomis repeats, his voice tinged with doubt. Memories flood him, moments he rushed to speak, interrupting a friend needing to be heard, judging a classmate hastily without understanding intent. Shouldn't a knight speak boldly to be heard, he asks, hands gripping the tablet. A familiar vortex pulls his consciousness, leaving his body seated as his spirit journeys elsewhere. Sun Temple, Egyptian desert, circa 1353 BCE. Natomis opens his eyes in a vast desert under a clear blue sky, where the sun blazes at its zenith, casting rays like merciful hands reaching down. The golden sands stretch to the horizon, shimmering like a sea of light, and a gentle wind carries a faint whisper, as if the desert itself breathes. At the desert's center, a small white stone temple stands with majesty, its walls adorned with intricate carvings of the sun disk and its rays spreading like wings. The air is filled with the scent of hot sand, mingled with a trace of sweet incense from the temple. The rustle of sand blends with distant bird chirps, as if nature invites contemplation. The temple is a canvas of simplicity and spirituality. Its white walls are smooth, etched with sun disk and ray motifs, some depicting outstretched hands, as if embracing the world. The open roof allows a single sunbeam to pierce through, illuminating the stone floor marked with a circular six-sided eye. The sand around the temple is pristine, as if the wind sanctifies the place, and small rocks are arranged in a sun-ray pattern. Inside, a small circular chamber features walls carved with simple lotus and bird motifs, the air saturated with a calm energy, as if silence itself guards the space. Before Natomis stands a pure white horse, an embodiment of tranquility and wisdom. Its elegant frame cloaked in glossy white hair that glows like pearl, with faint silver streaks resembling moonlight. Its deep emerald eyes gleam with a serenity that contrasts its strength, like lakes hiding cosmic secrets. Its long tail sways like silk threads, and its ears stand alert, attuned to the desert's pulse. No bridle or saddle adorns it, only a white leather band around its neck, etched with a Ma'at feather symbol, as if part of wisdom rites. Its steps on the sand are nearly silent, respecting the temple's quiet. Beside the horse stands Akhenaten,
Egypt's visionary king, worshipper of the sun and seeker of truth, a figure of wisdom and reflection. Lean and bronze-skinned, his taut flesh reflects years of thought and devotion. His long-featured face glows with a dreamy vision and mystic insight, his deep eyes shimmering with spiritual depth. He wears no crown, but his white linen robe is adorned with golden threads, forming a sun disk on his chest, glowing faintly. The robe's edges are embroidered with feather and lotus motifs, and his leather belt is studded with turquoise beads in starry patterns. He carries no weapon, only a short ebony staff etched with the six-sided eye. On his shoulder perches the white owl, her feathers glowing silver under the sun, an incarnation of Thoth, her golden eyes fixed on Natomis. "I am Akhenaten," the king says, his voice calm as temple hymns, carrying the serenity of the enlightened. "King of Egypt, worshipper of Aten, seeker of truth's light. Silence is the gateway to listening, Natomis, and listening opens the soul's doors. I've come to the Sun Temple for you to learn that wisdom is born in silence. Let me share my story, my path through light and quiet, to guide you in this trial." The owl tilts her head, her golden eyes gleaming like lanterns, urging Akhenaten to begin. The incense scent strengthens, as if the temple itself prepares to listen. Akhenaten's Tale. "I am Akhenaten, king of Egypt, worshipper of Aten, founder of Akhenaten, and seeker of truth's light. I was born Amenhotep IV, but I chose the name Akhenaten, beneficial to Aten, to live under divine light. My robe, adorned with the sun disk, symbolizes my faith, yet reminds me that wisdom is born in silence. My staff, with the six-sided eye, is the light of listening I carried on my journey. In my reign, I faced great opposition when I called for worship of Aten, the one God, over many deities. I could have answered critics with force, but I chose silence, listening to my people's hearts. I built a city of light where silence in our temples was the key to hearing Aten's voice. In a moment of meditation, I heard my people's whispers of fear, and I learned that wisdom isn't imposed by words, but born through listening. Those moments taught me that a true knight is silent to hear the truth's voice. My values are my essence, Natomis, and I ask you to carry them as you carry the black tablet.
Silence, the gateway to wisdom, a space for the soul to hear. Isis taught me silence is the Spirit's mercy, and I teach you, your silence is your shield. Listening, my light. As a ruler, I learned that listening builds bridges between hearts. Thoth taught me that listening is truth's foundation, and I teach you to listen before speaking. Wisdom, my beating heart. As an Aten worshipper, I directed my reflections toward truth. Set taught me that wisdom is born in silence, and I teach you to seek truth in stillness. Tranquility, my shield. I chose inner peace amid storms, becoming a light worshipper. Bastet taught me that tranquility is the heart's patience, and I teach you to find peace in silence. Humility, my crown.
As a ruler, I listened to my people without rushing to judge. Hatshepsut taught me that humility is a leader's mercy, and I teach you to listen with an open heart. Spirituality, my illumination. I lived to see Aten's light in all things, finding truth in silence. Wadjet taught me intuition reveals light, and I teach you to find truth in your quiet. My knowledge lies not in books, but in light's rhythms. I know the symbol's secrets, where the Ma'at feather carries truth for those who see. The black tablet you hold is a soul's map, Natomis. Its symbols, circles, the six-sided eye, the ear, are keys to chivalry. I, with Isis, Osiris, Sekhmet, Bastet, Set, Horus, Thoth, Wadjet, Nephthys, Anubis, Ahmos, Tutmos, Hatshepsut, and Ramesses II wove these into the Brotherhood of the Wise's tablets, founded in Amun's temples, to guide seekers like you. You are their heir, chosen to bear their light.
My thoughts were shaped by meditation and light. From Isis I learned mercy is born in silence. From Osiris I learned listening renews the soul. From Sekhmet I learned strength needs tranquility. From Bastet I learned patience paves listening. From Set I learned wisdom guides silence. From Horus I learned courage opens the ear. From Thoth I learned truth is listening's foundation. From Wadjet I learned intuition reveals silence. From Nephthys I learned sincerity strengthens listening. From Anubis I learned integration unites silence. From Ahmos I learned discipline preserves listening. From Tutmos I learned honor enhances wisdom. From Hatshepsut I learned mercy is born in listening. From Ramesses II I learned protection needs silence. I believe every soul holds an inner temple where silence is a gateway and a knight is one who listens.
Trial of the art of silence. Akhenaten's voice, calm as temple hymns, carries the serenity of the enlightened. Silence is the gateway to listening, Natomis, and listening opens the soul's doors. I've come to the Sun Temple for you to learn that wisdom is born in silence. But how do I listen when I want quick answers? Natomis asks, eyeing the temple warily. Memories surge, interrupting a friend sharing pain due to haste, misjudging a teacher's intent from rushed judgment. Speaking sometimes feels easier than silence. Akhenaten gestures to the temple. Enter, and you'll face shadows of speech. Each will demand a reply. But if you choose silence and listening, you'll hear truth's voice. Recall Egypt's wise words. In silence, wisdom is born. In speech, it is tested. He quotes from temple texts. As the sun listens to the earth, so the wise listen to the heart. The owl flutters closer, her wings brushing softly. Listening is courage.
Natomis, silence is not emptiness, but a space for truth, she says, echoing Rumi. Beyond right and wrong there is a field. I'll meet you there. Natomis enters the temple, finding himself in a circular chamber lit by a sunbeam piercing the roof, tracing a circle of light on the stone floor. 3 shadows emerge, each embodying a moment of hasty speech. The first shows a friend recounting a loss, but Natomis cut in with rushed advice, pain in his eyes. "Tell me what to do," the shadow cries. Natomis hesitates, his heart pounding with regret,
but recalls Ramesses' lesson on protecting the weak. "I'll listen to you," he says, falling silent, hearing the shadow's grief. The sunbeam glows with soft white light, and the shadow fades like smoke in the wind. The second shadow depicts a teacher explaining a complex idea, but Natomis interrupted with a hasty question, his voice full of impatience. "Answer now," the shadow demands.
But Natomis recalls Hatshepsut's mercy lesson. "I'll listen to understand," he says, falling silent, absorbing the shadow's words deeply. The sunbeam lights with warm golden rays, and the shadow dissolves as if never there. The third, heaviest shadow shows Natomis himself judging a classmate based on few words, anger in his eyes. "Speak your mind," the shadow roars. But Natomis looks to Akhenaten, who smiles serenely, and recalls Thutmose's honor lesson. "I'll listen to know the truth," he says, falling silent, hearing his heart and the other's intent. As the final shadow vanishes, the chamber transforms into a sea of light, as if the sun itself embraces the temple. The white horse approaches, lowering its head in quiet reverence, acknowledging his wisdom.
"You've mastered the art of silence," Akhenaten says, his eyes gleaming with tranquility like Aten's rays. "Listening is a night's true light. As Amenhotep the Wise said, he who is silent hears the universe's voice. Carry this light." Akhenaten touches Natomis's forehead with his fingertips, and a warm vortex returns him to the archive. Natomis regains consciousness in the archive, his hands still cradling the tablet. It now glows with a new symbol, a glowing ear within a white light circle, a seal of wisdom. The brass-framed clock remains fixed at 4:13, but his heart beats with new insight, as if silence has opened doors in his soul. He glances at the white owl, still perched on the table, her golden eyes shining.
"Listening is the fifth key to chivalry," she says, her voice promising future challenges. "Prepare, for the next trial will demand selflessness." She lifts her wings, vanishing in a flash of light, leaving Natomis with the tablet. He feels no loneliness, yet the black lion's gaze, that mysterious shadow, watches from the room's dark corners. This time the lion seems closer, its red eyes glowing in the dimness, whispering, "Will you sacrifice yourself when selflessness demands everything?" The path glows. Like Natomis, embrace silence to listen. Seek wisdom within. Share your calm. #The Art of Silence.